Best soybean farming practices for maximum farm income. Session 3. Optimizing planting practices for establishing success. By understanding critical planting factors. Soybean planting represents the most critical operation determining final yield potential because mistakes made at planting, like improper population, wrong depth, poor timing, inadequate seed bed, cannot be corrected later and create yield losses of between 10 to 40% that persist through harvest despite perfect management afterwards. Therefore, understanding optimal planting parameters and their psychological importance and their physiological importance allows establishing maximum yield potential. Seedling rate, that is population, of 120,000 to 160,000 plants per acre, depending on row spacing, planting date, and variety, balances adequate plant population for maximum yield with avoiding excess seed cost and canopy density that promotes diseases. Research consistently shows that populations below 100,000 plants per acre reduce yield through inadequate canopy closure and land use inefficiency, while populations above 180,000 increase seed costs without yield benefit and may actually reduce yield through excessive competition and disease. The optimal range of between 130,000 to 140,000 final stands provides excellent performance across most conditions. Planting depth of 1.0 to 1.5 inches is in most conditions ensures rapid uniform emergence while protecting seed from desiccation. Deeper planting of between 1.5 to 2 inches in sandy soils or dry conditions. Shallower like 0.75 between 0.75 to 1.25 inches in heavy clay or wet conditions, but never exceeding 2 inches, which drastically reduces emergence and vigor. How about timing? Timing dramatically affects yield potential. In most northern U.S. growing areas, planting during late April through mid-May when soil temperature at 2-inch depth reaches between 50 to 55 degrees Fahrenheit and rising provide optimal yields. Very early planting into cold soil, that is less than 50 degrees Fahrenheit, risks seed rot and poor emergence, reducing stands to between 20 to 40%. Late planting after late May progressively reduces yield approximately between 0.5 to 1.0 bushels per hectare per day of delay in northern regions due to shortened growing season. Through southern regions with longer frost-free periods, tolerate large planting, later planting. Seedbed preparation, creating farm seed to soil contact with adequate moisture and animal residue interference ensures rapid uniform emergence and strong root establishment. How to implement precision planting techniques. Calculate proper seeding rate based on desired final stand, accounting for expected field emergence and survival. Desired final stand, divided by expected field emergence rate, which is typically between 85 to 92% for quality seed in good conditions, which is equals to seeds to plant. Example, when you are targeting 140,000 final stand with expected 88 emergence this requires 159,000 seeds per acre. Quality seed showing 95% plus germination in lab tests typically achieves 85 to 92% field emergence under good conditions. Poor quality seed or challenging conditions may require higher seeding rates, compensating for reduced emergence. Adjust seeding rates based on planting date. Early optimal date planting use between 130,000 to 140,000 target population. Late plantings after optimal window increases to between 150 to 170,000, compensating for reduced branching in late planted soybeans. Therefore, row spacing decisions balance yield potential with equipment compatibility and costs. 15-inch rows maximize early canopy closure, suppressing weeds. Optimize light interception and typically yield 2 to 5 brussels per acre. More than 30-inch rows, especially in northern regions with shorter growing seasons, but require specialized planters and may complicate cultivation. 30-inch rows accommodate standard equipment, allowing cultivation for weed control, and perform well in southern long-season environments or with tall varieties that canopy adequately. Twin row or drill soybeans, that is between 7.5 to 10-inch spacing. Maximize productivity, extracting every possible yield advantage, but requires specialized equipment. For most farmers, 15-inch or 30-inch rows using existing equipment provide best economic return. Narrower rows particularly benefit early planting dates and shorter season varieties. Therefore, planting depth precision requires proper planter setup and operation. Calibrate planters carefully, ensuring accurate depth control across all row units. Maintain consistent planting speed, typically between 4 to 5 mph, optimal balancing precision with productivity. Adjust down pressure, ensuring adequate seed farming without excessive compaction. Verify seed to soil contact by examining planted seeds in multiple rows. Seeds should be firmly pressed into bottom of furrow, not suspended in loose soil. And ensure adequate depth consistency, that is 95% plus of seed within or plus 0 with seed equals or plus 0.5 inch of target depth. Operating planters too fast with inadequate down pressure or in excessively rough seed beds creates uneven depth, reducing emergence uniformity and ultimately yields by between 5 to 15%. The few hours saved by planting faster cost hundreds in lost production. Best soybean farming practices for maximum farm income, session number 4. Click the link in the description below to watch this very inspiring session.